Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is BGFH, back again for, believe it or not, the 200th video on the channel. It actually caught me by surprise myself, and so I thought I would do just a little quick, kind of a 200 video update. Nothing really special, nothing like a 200 video spectacular or whatever, but just wanted to do a little bit of a special video for 200 because, like I said, when I started the YouTube channel, I thought it was actually pretty interesting because originally it was kind of a deal of the reason, of course, that I'm back in Minecraft is because that's how this channel really started. I was really hooked on Minecraft at the time, both me and Jawbreaker, as you've seen all of our work on this creative server and our Minecraft survival series so far. And we just thought that, I thought it would be cool. It's like, well, I've wanted to do like a podcast or something. I wanted to show off my Minecraft creations to more than just Jawbreakers. So I'm like, well, you know what? Let's try this YouTube video thing. If everyone else is doing it, doing these Let's Plays and video coverage and all kinds of different stuff, it can't be that hard. And so I thought, oh, let's give it a shot. And I truthfully didn't know how much content or what I would really end up doing with it, and I thought about the whole, how can I make it different? What can I do with my channel that'll make it different from the just thousands and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of channels that are covered like gaming and technology? So I thought, well, let's do this low vision, kind of focus it more toward the low vision, and that's kind of where the whole Illegally Sighted thing came from. And yeah, 200 videos later, here we are. And I gotta say that like I said, I was actually kind of surprised at how much different or how long that I've been able to do this. I kind of thought, well, this will be fun to start out with, but if I don't get any subscribers, or if I kind of run out of interesting things to say, or do I like doing this at all, period. But nah, so far, I kind of spun off the blog and the podcast, or the blog and the YouTube channel here, the Illegally Sighted blog and the YouTube channel, and I gotta say, there are times where I like to do the writing for certain things, but I gotta say, I'm actually having a lot more fun doing these live videos for you guys. So I don't foresee myself stopping anytime soon. And while I talk about a few more things about the channel, I should stop and mention, like I said, I'm in my creator city here in Minecraft, and I really haven't gone anywhere, but I figured, like I said, since we started with Minecraft, it'd be a fitting place to do this video. And I have done, again, it's been a little hit and miss over the last few months. I've gotten really into working on Minecraft for a little while, and then I'll quit for a while. I haven't really played it much at all in the last month or so, but before that I was in it pretty well. So I've done a lot more upgrading to my city because Minecraft has come out with more updates. You see, we've got Jawbreaker decided to put a whole bunch of horses in my town, and there's a new hay bale there, and you can ride these horses, which maybe we'll get into at some other point. But I've also done, like I said, I think you saw either a basic framework, or at least where I was going to start building my hospital, and I've got pretty much a lot of the framework done. We may pop into there briefly just to show you at least how it's coming along. But with the way they've added carpet and everything, and a few new blocks, I've really kind of went back and updated a lot of these towers here. And as I'm talking about the channel here, I will kind of walk in and show you a couple of the changes. But one thing I wasn't sure about to start with, but I actually really like now is we were trying to think of a way, Jawbreaker and I were trying to think of a way to spice up this central building here in the city. And because before it was just really gray, I mean, even with these little buttons here, it was gray on gray, different patterns of gray, but it was just all gray. And he decided, or he thought, well, what would happen if you put, kind of these quartz pillar highlights on them? And I like, yeah, we can try it. And I gotta say, it actually works. It still kind of fits the whole gray, not very colorful theme of that building, but really accents it a lot nicer. So, yeah, good for him. I think he had a great idea there. And I gotta say, I kind of like it. So, I'll pop in here a little bit. And the other main thing that they added that I've really taken advantage of, and I'll show you in a few buildings to show you exactly how much it helps. You remember earlier on how I was talking about how we really wish that lighting was better, as far as you get lights and they're not really that high off of the ceiling or off of the floor, but the floor still looks really dark. Well, now if I take, let's just do this. Now you can have actual carpet blocks. So what I've done is I've put an extra layer of carpet over, so I ripped up the actual full block carpet blocks, and I've put in the glowstone underneath, which still lets light through this layer of carpet. So now we have the light up on top, and we also have the lit floor, and it just looks so much better. Just because to me, like I said, even with the lights up here, it looked so dingy. The lighting in this game is kind of weird. And then I stumbled upon the idea, and I really like it, especially for like more of these businessy kind of buildings where I forget how I had it before. It might have just been like stone or something, but now I've recessed the ceiling a little bit so that the blocks stick down like actual lights do. And it looks so much more, I would say, like realistic as far as like businesses go. We just got this stone half slabs there, and I've done that pretty much all the way up through this building, and I may have used it a couple other places elsewhere too, but like, even I think I started it in here, and I was playing around with this, and it was like this help desk thing, or the library, okay, yeah, and I'm like, well, how do I make that, what can I do to make it look different, not just a solid slab? And I came upon this, and I really ended up liking it. So I'm just going to walk you guys around a few of the buildings, not go through everything, but basically just show you around a little bit, and talk a little bit more about the channel and how things are going, and kind of my future plans with it and stuff like that, and then we'll wrap it up. So like I was saying, I really like doing the whole video thing actually a bit better than I do the writing, and that's why I've been a little bit lax. Admittedly, I just haven't really been all that inspired to write on the blog lately, and I know I need to try to. If I'm going to keep that going, I really should update that more than I do. Oh, that's cool. Jawbreaker must have put that there. That's cool. That wasn't there before. But, yeah, so, I really like doing these videos, and I think I've come upon a pretty interesting style. You remember when I had all of these, one-off or two-off videos of different games I'm covering, where I just called them quick looks, and probably a couple months ago now, I changed that because I was never perfectly comfortable with the whole quick look term, because I felt like I was stealing that from Giant Bomb. I was treating it sort of like a generic term, like somebody would like a Let's Play. That's just kind of an accepted generic term that everybody can use, or everybody seems to use on YouTube and things like that. But I just wanted to get away from that, and because my videos are pretty long, I actually had somebody comment that well, these things aren't exactly quick. I clicked on one of these videos thinking it would be a quick video, and it's like 45 minutes. So kind of killing two birds with one stone there. Just being able to rename it with something, and like I said, I really do have trouble naming things, whether it's people, places in a game, or websites, or I'm not a good creative thinker as far as naming things go. So, again, thanks to Jawbreaker, I mentioned him on an earlier video, but, again, we kind of thought through what the channel was supposed to be and how I wanted to go with it, and we came up with the whole low vision spotlight, and it's kind of grown on me, and I think it's working. I really do like it. So got that going now. And remember, just go back into one of these earlier videos where I was giving you the tour of these office buildings, and remember, look at how dingy it used to be, and now, I mean, this is gray, and it almost looks white. I mean, that's how bright the lit floors add to it. It just looks so much better, not so dingy, and just, I like it a lot. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing as far as Let's Plays go. I mean, I have a few things that I've kind of been mulling over in my head of like, well, what should I do? I don't know if it's going to, I'm not going to be one of these channels that just does a whole bunch of Let's Plays and just kind of, does that. I like to kind of highlight games that either I'm playing or that I really like, or I think that do something really well or do something really poor with accessibility, like, oh, here's a game that I'd love to play, but because they made this weird decision, I can't play it very well, or vice versa. The Saints Row series there, for example. But I probably will do some more Let's Plays at some point, and yeah, I definitely will do some more of those. And as you can tell, if you follow the channel over the last month or so, I've been uploading videos like crazy, and that is because I have gotten that XREC app, for iOS that'll allow me to directly record the videos from my device, and I gotta say, it's working pretty well overall. I do have some app crashes on occasion, so I do have to re-record videos a couple of times to get it working, but I gotta say, it's working very well, and I got kind of a system worked out for doing that. And there are going to be a few things that I'm not really able to cover because I've tried to, and for whatever reason it just really hates the recording app and it just crashes. And some of those are like the camera apps for sure are just, they do not get along with that app, like the magnifier ones, the OCR ones, and there's a few other apps that I definitely want to cover. And what I am going to do on that is I am going to cover them after iOS 7 comes out, because I will just use my phone to record me doing something with the iPod Touch, and that way I'll at least still be able to show you, it won't be as clear on the screen, but you'll actually get to see what I'm doing and how I'm positioning the camera for these different things. So I think that'll actually have its benefit as well. So I will definitely be covering a lot of those apps, because I think, especially for blind and visually impaired users, believe it or not, people originally think, well, why in the heck would I want a camera app? Or why would I care about how good my camera is on a device? I can't see. Well, believe it or not, you guys, there are loads of uses for the camera, and it's pretty amazing, actually. So I did have to go all the way up this building just because I had to take a look at this sweet like CEO mayor's office up here, because I love especially now that it's lit up more, pretty awesome looking. I still really get a kick out of that. So we're just gonna cruise on down again, and so yeah, I definitely am going to cover iOS as much as I can. Because that XREC app was pulled from the App Store about maybe a day and a half tops after it actually came out. And most of us, myself included, expected that that one just kind of snuck through, and for whatever reason, like I said in one of the earlier videos, Apple just seems to be scared about letting people record their video and record video directly, which I think is kind of dumb, but it just kind of slipped through, and yeah, they put the kibosh on that really quick. So I'm guessing that iOS 7, Apple's going to have their announcements on the 10th, which is Tuesday. I'm recording this then on the 8th, which is Sunday morning, and I'm going to probably upload this pretty much right after recording it, because I am at 199 on my YouTube channel and I want this to be up for 200. And people are expecting iOS 7 to be released possibly Tuesday, and if not, very shortly thereafter. So if iOS 7 breaks the compatibility with XREC, I'm not going to be able to direct feed record things for you guys anymore. So I'm going to try and over the next few days record as much as I possibly can of especially at least the apps that I would really recommend, or that I really use, or that I think would be really helpful or fun for people. There's no way I'm going to be able to cover them all, but I do want to record as much as I can for you guys and not leave any really key one that I really like out. So this is another change that happened. My original thought was, Jawbreaker put those pillars in up here, these pillars that you see over here, and I thought it was just the red or the white. I thought it just really clashed with it. Didn't really match the whole rest of the building because you had this darker brick color. And they came out with this colored clay. And so they're like, well, let's make it different looking, but it'll actually still kind of blend in. And so far, okay, I kind of like it, actually. It's not too bad. And you got the little highlight there to kind of represent like either the light or like what a clock would be. Usually you'd have a clock face on the front of a building like that. But that's another little change that I made. And again, just being able to show you how much lighting has made a huge difference. I thought this looked really cool before down here, the courtroom. But now if I run down here, it almost looks too bright in a way, but everything is just so much more well lit. Really do like it, and I'm really proud of this building. And this is probably still my favorite building that I've created in this game so far. But yeah, so as far as like iOS videos and stuff, and I'm not trying to spam you guys with videos over the last month. Like, I've been uploading a video literally every day, and I will probably continue to do that as long, at least until iOS 7 comes out and I know how much, if I know if iOS 7 is going to break my XREC app. And like I said, I only have so much storage on my device, and so I'm kind of just recording them, leaving them on there, and then uploading them like one at a time each day. But the problem with that is that I can't. I've tried to upload them with my PC after I'm recording them with that app, and it just hates me for some reason. So I'm gonna have to, I've been doing it just with the phone because it works, and I'm not gonna argue with it. So, like I said, I'm not trying to spam you guys, but like I said, I only have limited storage there. So that's really going to cover iOS. I mean, once if I'm not able to record directly anymore, I will still cover some, especially of the camera apps and things like that. And we'll see what else or how else I can cover different things. So we'll keep that in mind. But we'll see how things go with iOS 7. And we're kind of wrapping up here, but that's really where things are on the channel. I'm gonna definitely be continuing the whole low vision spotlight series, and I'm going to be doing iOS as much as I can. Hopefully miraculously the XREC app won't break, and I'll just be able to slow down and continue covering iOS for the foreseeable future, but I have my doubts. But I'll do that. Probably look at some more Let's Plays. And I've found so far that actually, let's go back in here. I found that my hardware reviews are seeming to be fairly popular. Those really seem to get the most hits. And so I do have some ideas of things that I might want to review for hardware. So we'll maybe be looking at covering some of those in the near future as well. And maybe I've got a few things here and there. I'm not, you know, crazy like some people have. Like I have huge collections, but I do have I do want to show off maybe a couple cool little like gaming and geeks swag, so to speak. That I have, some of them which are really kind of cool, I think. So, may do a quick little video covering that. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna kind of continue things as they are, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I said, just leave any feedback on the comments below, and I'll try to address some of that or whatever, and let me know if you want to see anything specific covered. I will try to do my best for that. As far as covering console games, I still haven't quite figured that out. I keep toying with the idea of, there's a device, I think it's called the Elgato video capture device or something like that, and it looks pretty cool, but I haven't really looked into the whole details of how that works yet. And I'm also looking into Camtasia Studio. I may have a way to get it for a little bit cheaper price, so I'm looking into that, and then I will be able to cover more non-gaming, non-full screen gaming content like assistive technology or Windows or whatever it happens to be, because like I said, with the speech synthesizer, that recording app that I did with like the system access videos went a little crazy on occasion. So, and I really liked the Camtasia Studio, so I'm looking into that as well to expand what I can cover. And so, like I said, once I find out if the phone will work, I'm definitely going to be slowing down on the videos for a while, maybe doing one or two, you know, once or twice a week, instead of barraging you guys every day. Kind of give you guys a little bit of a break, because I've been going pretty hardcore over the last month or so, month and a half or so. So I will be slowing down here probably fairly soon. But that gives you guys kind of an update on where things are. Gives you guys a little bit of an idea of where things are on my little Minecraft town. As you can tell, I've got a long way to go still, but things are starting to look pretty darn cool, if I must say so myself. I really am liking the state of where things are going, and some of the additions that Mojang has actually added to Minecraft have been very helpful. Like I said, that carpet has been a savior as far as like just making things not look so darn dingy. Yeah, those are wooden. I think this floor has a lot of wooden apartment. There we go. So yeah, I mean, you go in there, way brighter. And I've also, you notice in a lot of these buildings, I've redone the ceilings as well. So because I really like the, you know, I really like not having just a flat like stone and glowstone ceiling. I like to have a little bit of dimension to it. So after I really worked on that courthouse, police station, jail building, I went back and I thought, well, I'm doing the floor anyway, I may as well do the ceiling as well. So I did do a lot of reworking of that as well. But yeah, so that's where things are. I definitely do not plan on stopping in the near future, so I will be continuing to do content That looks darker. Oh! He has it... Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to have to fix that. So, that was a room I forgot to put glowstone underneath. I thought that looked... Well, there's your example. Look at how dark this room is right here. It just looks... You got the light overhead, but it still looks really kind of dingy. You go out here and it's like... Night and day difference. So, I will have to fix that. Well, let's see. Alright, let's go. Carpet. To show you how easy it is to fix. Light blue. Alright. But, yeah, so that kind of gives you an update of where things are on the channel. And, I really do like doing this, and I hope that I do get some more subscribers. So if you like the videos, or you find, you know, of people that may find some of the content useful, maybe some of the gaming stuff, or if not the gaming, maybe some of the assistive technology, and especially the iOS coverage that I've done, because I've started to do a whole bunch of stuff there. You know, we've got the accessible game series, the low vision spotlight series for games you can still play with some vision. I've done some stuff on voiceover accessibility in general, and just, you know, third-party app coverage of things that I find to work well with voiceover and things like that. So, you know, especially with iOS becoming so popular, especially among the blind and visually impaired community because of its accessibility, if you know of anyone else who would want to see more of that, or, you know, learn more about it, or vision teachers or anything like that, send them on over, and hopefully they can find something useful or helpful out of all this stuff. And yeah, that's, like I said, that's about where things are. I'm glad you guys have, glad to see I've gotten a few more subscribers over the past couple of months, and getting a few more views here and there on some of the videos, and I hope that continues to increase. I know I don't have, you know, many followers at all, and, you know, not really a whole lot of views, but you know, I'm just kind of doing this for myself as well. You know, it's like, if I find it useful, hopefully somebody else will as well. So you know, that's how things are going there. And I guess to wrap things up, I'll just, if I haven't told you guys already, I guess I can tell you really quick a little background on the whole naming of the channel and my handle, I guess. Illegally Sighted basically came from just a whole weird play on, kind of a play on words, or kind of a whole, like, you know, you have the term legally blind, which I understand what it does, and, like, you know, why it's there, but I always thought that was just a really weird term, legally blind. You know, basically it just means that you're eligible for certain benefits because your vision is like it's a certain, it has deteriorated a certain amount, where even with corrective vision, your vision is only so good. So I thought, well, legally blind, well, then I would just kind of tell people that, hey, I'm illegally sighted. And just to, you know, like I said, I'm trying not to be too serious a lot of the time, you know, have fun with things. And I started kind of using that term just to see what kind of look, or what kind of response I would get from people. And it kind of has been amusing. So I kind of just stuck with illegally sighted, and I thought, well, I can't think of anything else really interesting. And since I'm going to be doing a sort of low vision-esque channel, I thought, well, let's shoot for illegally sighted, and luckily it worked out. Now, BGFH actually comes from, if you saw the iOS video covering the, what was it called? Voice Dream Reader app. I popped into one of the BOFH documents that I had, and BOFH was, I believe it was in some magazine. There were like these monthly articles that came in. I think it was like Network Week, or there was some computer magazine overseas, and they had this whole series. Basically, it was this kind of fictional character of, think about if you were if you've ever worked at a help desk or just helped someone with a computer in general, and you know how things really get just frustrating, and it's like, I've heard people kind of compare it to all the things that you ever thought about wanting to do to the end user but never could. That's sort of like where that came from. So it actually stands for the bastard operator from hell. So I just kind of, you can interpret BGFH as you would. It could be, and I like it because you can interpret it different ways. You could say, oh, okay, bastard gamer from hell, blind gamer from hell, however you want to take it, whatever. But yeah, so that's what, that's where the whole BGFH comes from. And I started using that on my Xbox gamer tag, and then it followed me through Steam, and I thought, well, let's keep this thing unified, and let's just go with that. So that is where Illegally Sighted and BGFH came from, if I haven't covered it on the channel up to this point, which I'm not sure that I have. So yeah, to wrap things up, I'm just going to maybe give you a quick sneak peek at a little bit of the walkthrough. This is the hospital that I've been working on for quite some time. I've had a little bit of trouble trying to come up with ideas or for how I actually want to lay everything out, but I think it's actually coming along pretty well. I've got my different colored wings, but designated by the little frame along the floor there. So I've got like a blue wing. I've got especially now that they've introduced clay, we've got all kinds of other colors that we can use. And so yeah, I will probably walk you guys through this again a little bit in more detail once I get it done, because as you can tell here, I've got a big old empty room, and I haven't quite gotten everything done yet, but I've got most of the floor plan done and laid out, and I just really need to... What the hell is a horse doing in the hospital? That's not going to be good for cleanliness. Get the hell out of here. Get. Don't make me get my sword out. I will. Alright, I'll deal with you later. Yeah, alright. A horse in my hospital. Yeah, that's got to do a lot for cleanliness there. Anyway, this video has rambled on long enough, but I figured I would just give you guys a little bit of a updated tour of what I've sort of been working on when I have popped into Minecraft here and there. I did talk to Jawbreaker as well, and I have uploaded all of the Minecraft co-op survival videos that we've recorded so far, and we've kind of put a hiatus on that for now because we're not exactly sure where we want to go. And with the newest Minecraft update, they redid a lot of things again, and so a lot of the mods need to kind of retool their mods to work properly again. So once Feed the Beast comes out with a better or a more modernized version of all their included mods, we may pop back in, and like I said, Jawbreaker still has the server map for our survival one, and we may pick that up again, kind of a season 2 sort of a thing, because that was pretty fun. But yeah, so there's a lot of different things that I want to cover on the channel, and I'm not going to really be going anywhere. So if you guys, like I said, want to keep following and have more people, let more people know, please do. Remember, you can follow my YouTube channel. You can check out the Illegally Sighted blog, which is just at wordpress.com/illegallyscited. And you can follow me on Twitter, which I have become much more active on over the past few months. And if you just look up BGFH79, that is my YouTube or my Twitter username, so you can follow me there. I will post some channel updates there, and I do a lot of retweeting and a lot of I've started really posting a lot of my own content as well there, so definitely follow me there as well to keep up on what's going on. And with that, that has been the 200th video. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching my stuff, and here's to hopefully 200 more. So talk to you guys later.